Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Stencil Saturday video. This week we are working with my Crossed Squares stencil, and this time we are not going to stitch any of the lines in the stencil. We're going to use these squares and lines simply for a guide to allow us to know where to stitch this design, and it's kind of a fun, you could use it as a background fill. It's just all freehand, goes nice and fast. Or even if you had a border, you could mark if your border were, let's say, 6 inches, you could just mark 2 rows of this and do it in a border. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start in the corner here. Well, I'm going to start right here. And again, as usual, if you find yourself going past the line a little bit or over or not quite to the line, it really doesn't matter, because once we get rid of these stencil markings, no one will know that you even used a stencil to mark for the design. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're make like a fern leaf shape. We're just going to stitch up here and then echo it back. Then we're going to do it on this side. Let me draw it just so that you know what we're doing here. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to just go like this and then echo it back, and then we're going to do it on this side as well, echo it back, and then we're going to put a nice little swirl in here, and as we swirl back out, that is going to be our traveling line, and then we'll be ready to go right into this next one. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Stitch up, echo back, same thing on this side, up, echo back, and then a swirl in the center. And as we swirl back out, we're going to go right up here to this point, so we are ready to move right into the next one, which is going to stitch this direction. So same thing. Stitch up to that opposite point, echo back, and a swirl in the center, out, and travel right into this next square. Kind of a fern leaf up, and back, up, back down to the bottom, swirl in the center, and right into this next corner. I'm just going to go ahead and scoot right down here, and we're going to do the same thing back this direction. Echo back, opposite point, echo back, and swirl to travel into the center. When you come out, you head right up to this next point. Same thing again. And you really are just tracing that shape, kind of, but adding in a little curve. Swirl out, right into the next one. So let me go ahead and stitch these last few. Okay, now that I've finished stitching those, and I did go ahead and take off the chalk stencil marking with my little scrubby brush. And we can take a look at this. I mean, I think it's really, let me turn the light off here and see if we can see it a little bit better. A little bit, but not really. I mean, it's really pretty, I think. It's very flowing. It gives the appearance of a lot of movement in the quilting. And like I said, it could be used for a border. It could be used as a background. You may have a grid stencil that's even smaller. If you wanted it as a really tight background fill, you might choose to, maybe you want to echo in here 2 times, and you could do that. It would fill it in just a little bit more. Things would be more tightly quilted. And I don't know if you can notice it in here or not, but it kind of gives you these cool little cross shapes too in here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a nice fast design, and I will see you next week. Bye.